Good morning. Here we are again, reading from Angels, Demons, and Gods of the New Millennium. Today we're going to finish up the chapter on the Emerald Tablet of Hermes and the invocation of the Holy Guardian Angel. And because I would like to finish this chapter today and get on to tomorrow's chapter on the precession of the equinoxes and the metamorphosis of the gods, I'm going to start like right now, and so we can finish. Also, I have to get ready for Wednesday's Zoom presentation of the Abyss. And if you haven't registered for that and you would like to hear it, there's still time. The links are on my page here. We are at the comments on verse 8 of the Emerald Tablet, which says, "Thou shalt by this means possess the glory of the whole world, and therefore all obscurity shall flee away from thee." Knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel brings with it a clarity of vision and the realization of the central purpose of one's life. It does not guarantee an end to your troubles. On the contrary, once you've become focused on the real reason you've incarnated, all thoughts and actions that do not advance that primary purpose become potentially quite dangerous. At this point in your spiritual career, there is no vacation from the great work. Any deviation from the path recoils with the same mad energy as a gyroscope knocked from its base. This is not to say that one has to lose one's sense of humor or stop having fun. No artificial moral imperative should motivate the aspirant's purity of purpose other than the driving desire not to waste precious time and resources. Comment on chapter 9, which says, "This is the potent force of all force, for it will overcome everything subtle and penetrate everything solid." Until now, I've talked about the experience of the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel as if it were a linear event taking place in time and space. Before knowledge and conversation, you're a complete jerk. And after you get your angel, mosquitoes won't bite you. That's an example. But the simple truth is, it is no such thing at all. For the universal agent, there is no was or will be. There is only is. The microcosm already is in perfect alignment with the macrocosm. Your HGA is already one with you. Hey Final is already one with Vav, and Hey is already united with Yud. The apparent descent of spirit into matter is just an illusion of digressive defects in perception, a cascade of consciousness, each level forgetful of the level just above it. Initiatory landmarks, such as the knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, aren't steps upon a ladder. Rather, they're shifts of consciousness, awakenings. You could say the rest of the universe has already pulled its act together and is just waiting for you to wake up to that fact. The potent force of all force spoken of in verse 9 is already flowing quite happily through the cosmos. The fact that the ancients were aware that it could overcome everything subtle and penetrate everything solid is an astounding prehistoric venture into the realm of quantum mechanics. The nature of matter is still unknown. At the subatomic level, its basic units simultaneously behave like particles and waves, but are neither. Physicists won't even commit themselves to confirming that matter definitely exists, but only that, as a mathematical probability, it possesses a tendency to exist. The divine alchemy of the Emerald Tablet of Hermes reaches this deeply into the heart of existence. My commentary on verse 10, which says, "In this manner the world was created, but the arrangements to follow this road are hidden." As we near the end of this chapter, the Emerald Tablet leaves us with mysteries. The enigmatic choice of words of the 10th verse teases us, not with a hidden road, but with the hidden details of a journey. The road is revealed in the first verse, and the alchemical process by which we equip ourselves for travel are admirably set forth in the verses to follow. Why then are the arrangements to follow this road hidden? Perhaps because the journey is different for each of us. Knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel is a most intensely personal experience. It is almost impossible to share the details of your angelic relationship with another person, because in all likelihood he or she will not recognize your personal vocabulary that make the experience real to you. My angel might scare the pants off you. It would be the height of presumption and ignorance for anyone to judge the validity of another person's experience or impose their vision upon you. I've been assailed by friends and others who should know better, and informed that their angel had a message for me. The above comments should also be applied to all fields of spiritual exploration. One of the major shortcomings of guided meditations and path workings is the insistence by misguided group leaders that everyone sees standardized images for each path or sephira. Discarding your own visions and allowing your psyche to be programmed by those of another individual or group is the fastest way I can think of to become spiritually crippled. The arrangements to follow this road are hidden. So be extremely cautious of those who would insist that they would show you the way. My comment on chapter 11, which says, "For this reason I am called Hiram, Talat, Meshasot, one in essence, but three in aspect." I'll not even attempt to project a pretense of knowledge of the Chaldean language, whatever that exactly is or was. Any attempt on my part to appear occult, erudite, and recondite on this subject would be instantly exposed as transparently fraudulent by all serious and knowledgeable readers of this essay. The best I can do is ask you to join me as I muse to myself about the last three verses of the Emerald Tablet of Hermes. and hope that my words will not unduly hinder your meditations on the subject. The opening words of the Emerald Tablet names the secret work Hiram Telat Meshasat. Now, Hiram is the universal agent, and the remaining words translate roughly to one in essence, but three in aspect. In his Lost Keys of Freemasonry, Manly Palmer Hall states that it's believed that the Hiram of the Emerald Tablet is the earliest representation of Hiram, the master builder, the grand architect of King Solomon's Temple, and the central hero of Masonic tradition. He goes on to quote an ancient and unnamed source who provides us with more clues concerning the birth of the precious spiritus earth. Hiram can be interpreted by a Kabbalistic notaricon, combining Hebrew words for fire, air, and water. These three principles are not elements in themselves, but primitive roots of the elements. The threefold Hiram is the father of the four elemental building blocks of nature, fire, water, air, and earth, and broods in its unmoved state as the primal electrical fire. But when it moves, it manifests as visible light. When focused and agitated, this light produces heat and literally becomes corporeal fire. Combined with the humidity produced by its three aspects, primitive fire, water, and air, the Hiram solidifies like clotted blood to bring forth the material universe and the earth. And just like blood, the spiritus earth entombs the living and perfect image of the Creator in every cell. Commentary on the 12th verse. In this Trinity is hidden the wisdom of the whole world. The alchemical formula of creation is a process of divine incest. How could it be otherwise? An inscrutable God, whose very essence and potential to create is owed to its threefold nature, exercises the three aspects of its being, thereby producing three conditions, or children. The children then combine with each other in various permutations, and the Hiram, aroused by some unknown motivation, mates with its compounded offspring and injects them with enough concentrated God sperm to initiate the creative process and fertilize all levels of being and consciousness, right down to the material universe and you and me. By distilling the divine essence from our spiritus earth and achieving knowledge and conversation of the Holy Guardian Angel, we take the first step in reversing the alchemical process of creation and the inevitable return to our original estate. Finally, the commentary on the final verse. It is ended now, what I have said concerning the effects of the sun. With this curious epilogue, the Emerald Tablet of Hermes comes to an end. We discover that the great alchemical processes described in the previous verses are, quote, the effects of the sun. As I'll discuss in chapter 4, coming up here, the sun is the god of our solar system. And solar energy literally created life as we know it. This energy, this vivifying light and heat, is merely the byproduct of the marriage of the nuclei of two atoms of hydrogen. The lightest and most common element in the universe. Now, marriage is not an accurate description of the event. The two nuclei are actually fused by the titanic forces of gravity and heat to become the nucleus of a new and heavier element, helium, so named because it was first discovered on the sun. Likewise, knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel is not a marriage, but a fusion. One is not added to another to become a two. One is fused to one to become a new, independent, and self-radiating one. In the true sense of the word, the magician and the angel become a star. And then I end with a quote from the Rite of Mercury. Is not Mercury the sun god when hidden during the night among the souls of the dead? Hail unto thee, Trismegistus, hail unto thee. And I seal it with the final statement of the Emerald Tablet. The secret work, Hiram, Talat, Meshasat, Hiram, the universal agent, one in essence, but three in aspect. So I hope you've enjoyed that chapter. Tomorrow we'll pick up and start chapter 4, the precession of the equinoxes and the metamorphosis of the gods. Until then, I hope that all of the lawn mowing will be over by then. I hope that hasn't disturbed us too much today. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under well.